Hey everybody, today we'll be looking at a newly released indie game called Orwell. It doesn't actually officially release for another week, but they've offered up this first episode of their 5-part episodic as a demo, so that's what I'll be playing right now. It's a game that puts you in the position of Big Brother, a ubiquitous, omnipotent government organization tasked with spying on the citizens. It's said to be a story-rich game where your choices matter. Let's find out if that's true. Our first step here is to create a profile, so I'll do that right away. We'll create it, and we will call ourselves Golden Tooth. Just like that. Cool. I can select a profile picture. Oh, I can pick any of these people. Let's go with this guy. Seems like a cool dude. Okay, so did you know you may now enter your email address? Do I actually have to enter my real email address? Or about updates on your case, the address entered will be handled. Okay, I'm not doing that. Next step. Be diligent, your work has severe impact. Please agree to the following terms. I am aware that my actions may severely impact the lives of citizens of the nation. I will work thoroughly and judge objectively in the best of my belief. While working, I will adhere to the laws and jurisdiction of the nation. I can agree to that. I will do my best, Big Brother. I will do my best. I'm in. My registration is now complete. I've been looking forward to this game. It seems like it's got an interesting premise. So we are in Freedom Plaza on April 12th, 2017. Interesting art style. No record found on that guy. I noticed the game's a little bit choppy. I think that's done intentionally, perhaps. Blend in with their art. Who is this guy? Oh, is that a woman? That's a woman. Found a blue-haired woman. He's walking onto a bus. Apart from that, I have no idea what's happening here. Seems like a nice place to live. Everyone seems to be enjoying themselves. I don't know what all the fuss is about. Never mind. Terrorists. It's that damn ISIS again. Interesting start there. Episode 1. The clocks were striking 13. You're online, good. This is Symes. Call me Symes. I will be your advisor on Orwell. Together we will form both the first and the last line of defense against terrorism. For this test phase, you are one of the first people to try out the Orwell system under real circumstances, selected from thousands of applicants from across the globe. Well, thank you, my resume was pretty nifty. Normally congratulations would be in order, but as you can see from that footage, there has been an incident. So let's get started. I've activated the reader tool for you. Its purpose is storing bookmarks to online websites and documents for easy access, and to be highlighted when there's new information to be investigated. First, I want you to be informed of the situation. Our leading newspaper, the National Beholder, will bring you up to speed. Okay, so we'll click on the reader. The National Beholder is right here. I guess I have to click on headlines. The leading newspaper of the nation. Oops. Feel free to browse. The National Beholder. I've activated the profiler. Open the unknown person file once you're done. Where's the unknown person? Oh, this person over here. So we've got a bomb that obliterated the Freedom Memorial, killed 3 people. It's in Bonton, not to be confused with Boston. The negotiations at Triflith failed. What is Triflith? President aborts a negotiation with opposition. So someplace, they're having riots. Cool. Movie shooting completed. 100 Gray Shadows. I'm not interested. Let's head on over to our unknown person. The profiler holds all known information on those we investigate. The file you have opened is for our main suspect. The blue-haired woman that the CCTV footage shows before the assault is no stranger to the police. Take a look at the arrest record. I'd like to, but I don't see much here. Date of birth, we don't know anything about her. Don't even have her physique. go back here. Background, personality, activities, aliases, accounts. Sorry, what am I supposed to be looking at here? Take a look at the arrest record. Where's the arrest record? Oh, this is it right here. Cassandra Watergate. The highlighted elements in the record are pieces of data that are able to be extracted. We call these elements data chunks. Hovering over data chunks will reveal their relevance to the case and any connections or information it may influence. Drag and drop all data chunks from the police database into our profile to upload them to our servers. Will do. We want to take the name. That's done. She was born... Oh, she was arrested June 10, 2016. Quite recently. He was charged with assault on a police officer. Her arresting officer was Lloyd Duncan. Holding facility, Bonton Central PD. I think that's all the information that's here. Can I take anything else? Doesn't look like it. I can take her portrait, right. Very good. Pictures and names are crucial information for Orwell to identify a person. Information in documents can only become a data chunk when it can clearly be assigned to a target person. Add the reason for Miss Watergate's prior arrest that has just been unlocked. We will need this info to progress. So, assault on a police officer, uploaded. What now? Good, with the data you extracted from the police record, a new document can now be accessed. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you believe in coincidence? Absolutely. I do not. Find data revealing where she attacked the police officer, and you will see what I mean. Okay, where she attacked him. Suspect was arrested on site after Officer Franklin had been struck by an unknown object and became unresponsive. The protesters at the origin of the assault were forcibly moved, where the suspect was found kneeling and weeping on the ground. When asked to lay on the ground with her hands behind her back, the suspect cooperated immediately. Okay. So what am I doing now? Is this woman a terrorist? Probably. Not. I don't know. Oh, she's an artist by profession. We can upload that. So we can browse the entire internet and throw random pieces of information we find into our file. Oh yes, one who does street art by blowing memorials to pieces by any chance. Good one, Symes. Good one. It's good that you think ahead, but let's focus on the current objective first. I don't disagree with you, but I've lost focus. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I've held back a new document for you. I'll grant you access once you're done. Okay, the incident occurred. Okay, let's take this. The exact same location as the assault. Then she turns up there right before the explosion. Surely not a coincidence. Symes, don't make judgments. We don't know all of the information yet. You're not a detective. As you know, Miss Watergate is still running around freely. We should find out why. We should also gather more background information on her. I want to know who we're really dealing with. Great, you have found another document. Before we go on, let's clarify your job and how it affects mine, shall we? You have extracted all the info I already knew about Miss Watergate. Starting now, I'm going into this case blind. The Orwell Ethical Codex dictates that investigators, like yourself, are the only ones allowed to access the documents of target persons. Advisors like me only get to see the data provided by the investigators. We will then draw conclusions and request action. So I get to decide how much information Symes gets to see. I like that. I like the power, man. Your primary job is to provide information you deem important. Never give away incorrect or misleading data. You may hit disable on a data chunk you do not want to pass on to Orwell. However, some data chunks might be necessary to progress on the case. Okay. What's next then? Should we click an ad? We can't click ads. Go back here. Go back to headlines. I don't think this is where I want to be. I've already been here before. But I can read more on these. I don't think I'm going to do that right now. Stranger's portfolio. Oh, this is her work portfolio. Welcome to the port of Cassandra Watergate. Hi, I'm Cassie, a colorful inhabitant wonderful right behind the rainbow. Okay, that's enough of that. So let's just drag all her relevant information into the folder. So you're under the impression that our wonderful Miss Watergate is really living in Wonderland. Yes, Symes. Exactly. Somehow I doubt that, called intuition. Those lives are hanging in the balance. What if you pass me something I can identify as wrong as easily? You've got to be more careful next time around. What? What did I do wrong? I don't know. Quit my full day job to focus on my art career? Interesting. We should find out what that job was. We should find that out. So, see something you like? Why, of course you do, because it's freaking awesome, isn't it? Leave a message. Okay, so we found her UTEL account. It's the Cassie92. Good, you found a chat handle. That will allow us to overhear any conversation on that account. The listener has now been unlocked. New conversations will appear when they are started. Okay, is there anything else on this page that we need? She's got her art drawings here. Yep, that beaut is me. At least you're not lacking for... You're very modest. I was never sure about the title though. The Businessman's Forgotten Daughter. This could be interesting. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Keep looking through. Christmas present for my darling? That's a weird looking fellow. You might want to go to the doctor about those green spots around his eyes. That can't be healthy. And that's all for this page. Can't click any of these, so I guess we'll go to listener now. We have an April 13th session available. Unknown person, hey you, Cassandra Watergate. Hey Josie. Unknown person, no comment. I can't seem to find my credit card. I assume you took it, right? Oh, you got me, Sherlock. That's how Cassandra Watergate speaks, by the way. I don't know why. I'm in the middle of buying all of Bonton with that platinum card I lifted from your... Ooh, she lifted a platinum card. Let's take that. Can't stop me now. She stole a credit card of an unknown person. If you were able to find out who she was talking about, we could lock it for the owner. Well, luckily for you, I don't mind you going on a splurge as long as you pick up some wine for dinner. Wine? What does Joseph Langley, my fearless attorney and all-around badass, have in mind this time? We know her attorney is Joseph Langley. Wait, she stole the credit card of her lawyer? Really? Well, we should be able to track the credit card of this Langley down and lock it for him. Sure. Done. No, really. No need to thank me, Mr. Langley. Excuse me, Symes. I'm trying to read this private conversation. Okay. Actually, yes, this is exactly what's going to happen. Very serious business, Cassandra. Not as much. Guess I better pick up shitloads of wine. You'll have to get this client of yours pretty buzzed to handle all that business. One bottle should be fine. She's a lightweight. Oh, whatever. I guess I shouldn't pick up some of those party pills from Big Pharma. AKA my parents, then. That's interesting. He refers to her parents as Big Pharma. I wonder if that's what they asked to be called. Oh, come on. I was only teasing. Speaking of your parents, when are you going to tell them about us? Oh, yeah, maybe. Gotta go now. Text you later. And that's the end of that conversation. We found out that she haphazardly and carelessly steals people's credit cards from her own attorney at that. What else do we have now? That's all the information there. Where do we go next? Products? So we have Watergate Pharmaceuticals available. Let's check this out. Products. Watergate Pharmaceuticals enriches lives with our industry-leading range of products, making an important contribution to your well-being. Methrin Blue. I always take that in the morning myself. But did we find anything interesting on this page? Cough drops, pills for migraines. Nothing damning. Maybe the company has information for us? Bruno Watergate? That's Cassandra's father, I believe. You got Alice Watergate, probably her mother. And there's Cassandra Watergate, Junior's COO. That was her old job, evidently. Appointed to be COO of a pharmaceutical company, probably by one of her parents. Being an artist and a junior COO seems quite odd. She also mentioned she'd quit a dog job, didn't she? She did. Carrying the family tradition to the next generation, Alice and Bruno's daughter Cassandra will soon be joining the executive ranks. Maybe not so much anymore. Ah, now I see, keeping it a family affair. Cool. Documents that you have already reviewed may be updated from time to time as events unfold. The reader will notify you when that happens. Okay. The National Beholder just published a new article. You may want to take a look and see if there's any new information available. I will in a second. Looking at the jobs page now. I may need a new job after this. Big Brother is a dangerous situation. There's a lot of turnover from what I'm told. Chief Operating Officer is open here, so maybe I'll just apply. We are urgently looking for a Chief Operating Officer to replace the retired, formerly appointed predecessor. Or maybe I was wrong and nothing stays in the family. Ouch. This is probably what she meant about quitting your job. Good. So there's nothing else on this page. We'll go back now. You can either go to headlines or procedure closing raises manipulation suspicions. We'll go to that one right away. We're back to the leading newspaper of the nation. Investigation. Oops. Orwell informs me you just encountered conflicted data chunks. Did I now? Whenever the content of two data chunks are at odds with one another, those will be shown as conflicted. When you extract one of the data chunks containing a conflict, the others will become invalid immediately. I'd highly recommend that you clarify the context of the conflict before you proceed, though this is your decision. Once the information has been parsed, there is no way to reverse your choice. I assume they're talking about this yellow piece here. Cassandra W. was acquitted of the alleged assault against a police officer before the trial took place, with the case being closed due to a lack of evidence. So that's conflicted because she was arrested, I think. I'm not sure how to proceed with this. I can disable it. Can I show the other conflict? Not right away. You know what, let's experiment. Let's throw this over here and see what happens. That is what I figured. A pity that the CCTV feed did not actually help. Maybe it will today. Currently, I'm thinking that our Miss Watergate underwent quite a radical change. Don't you agree? Let's find out what happened in between these two lies of hers. What may have caused this radical shift? I'm still not convinced she did it. I don't like making assumptions without all of the facts. Oh, I see what happened on this page. There were two highlighted pieces of information that were yellow. One was down here and one was up here. I didn't read the bottom one. I just took the top one and went with it. Actually, this is it right here. The wealthy family of the accused might have influenced the outcome in her favor. Okay, so I could have put that in. I probably should have. But what's done is done. Let's move on. Let's take a look at headlines. Oh, crime rate continues to drop. That's great. Is there anything in here that's relevant? What if we read more? Safety bill. Safety bill is a collection of safety-centered laws and statutes created with the ultimate goal to protect the freedom of the nation's citizens. It's fine. Not all that interesting for now. I didn't realize this game had so much reading, by the way. But that's okay. Somewhat interesting so far. Status: you're invited to tea inside the rabbit hole. Sandra Watergate, pop artist and free thinker. We now have her birthday and interests. She's fairly young, born in 1992. Already a terrorist. Art, music, activism. What a lineup. Symes, keep it to yourself. She likes Alice in Wonderland, The Targets, which appears to be some sort of band, painting, and she likes her cat. That's good, because if she didn't like her cat, she probably shouldn't keep it. Cassandra posted on March 1st. Woohoo! First day in freedom! Far away from the shackles of Watergate Pharma. Mommy and Daddy won't like this. Listen, Jake, I'm not Daddy's little girl anymore. She's trying to break free from her parents. I get it. Okay, this is very relevant. She says, F you to all the government lackeys. That's not a good sign for her. Well, well, Miss Watergate, we aren't too fond of you either. Continuing down. We've got conflicting information here. Mary, just shut your freaking mouth, okay? I'm not in the mood for your stupid act. I told you again, I cannot deal with this right now. And what does that conflict with? I don't know, we'll come back to it. On August 22nd, she changed her status. She's in a relationship with Joseph Langley. Isn't that her attorney? The guy she stole the credit card from? With her lawyer? Might be noteworthy. On August 10th, National Beholder. I'm just going to scroll through this quickly to see if there's any more relevant information. I hope I don't have to read it too closely, otherwise I might be in trouble. We've got a picture here. We can take this. The one with the tongue sticking out is definitely better, of course. You enjoyed her concert. That's good. I don't really care. So henceforth, Cassandra shall be known to the world as Casarthus. Is that a nickname? A username? Ah, an alias name. You know people on the web? So many names, so many identities. That is true. I have about 4,000 emails myself. It's always good to record every alias, then we can match data chunks to target persons whenever they are using them. It's true. That's the spirit, kiddo. Now I'd like to invite you to our little activist group. Interesting, interesting. An activist group? Is there anything more specific? I will look, thank you. Looks like we have a new listener at the top of the screen. We'll go to that in a second. Anything else on this page? Or conflicting information? Having an amazing shopping tour with my Mary, the best friend of all times. This is the one she swore at earlier. There's a conflict with another data chunk in Cassandra's timeline. Show conflict. I don't know how that's a conflict, just because she's happy with her one time and angry with her another time. It happens. I think I'm going to remove this one just to see what happens. So we'll disable this. Cool. And we'll go back up here and we will take this one, put it over here. And that's enough of her page. Oh, how sad. Mary Bly, broken friendship. It might not actually be broken, but that's what I'm going with. Over to the listener now. We've got a new session on the same day, actually. Recording started. Joseph Langley. Hey, did you hear about the Freedom Plaza bombing? Yeah, don't remind me. You know I have a history with that place. Come on, Cassandra. Spit it out. Already fucking me up. Enough that I have to catch a bus from there every day. Too many bad memories. And now I was there just moments before this happened. We'll take this. Can we take this right away? Yes, we can. I never should have gone to the damn protest. Meaning your presence there before the bombing could be coincidence after all. I'll reserve my thoughts until you find more evidence. Good call. Darling, you do not need to justify yourself to anybody, especially not to me. I was so happy when Goldfells accepted me into thought. I desperately wanted to go to bring my work to the cause. What is Goldfells? We'll find out shortly, most likely. An activist group called Thought. Interesting. Maybe this is what influenced her. And who is Goldfells? That's what I want to know. We should find something that shows her current attitude and see if we're following the right person. I don't like how silence pops up while I'm trying to read this conversation. Yeah, and I would not have been called a terrorist in the papers. You were not a terrorist, okay? Ain't I? You sure? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Oh, damn it. What? Your card's not working here. Can't buy anything. Have you gone bankrupt or something? Okay, I'm tired of doing this stupid voice. I'm just gonna be Cassandra as a normal voice now. Unless you went on a serious shopping spree, there should be plenty of money on there. I guess we'll have to go without wine then. This conversation seems to be devolving into nothing. Here's the thing, I've got an important appointment tonight. It's surprisingly out of schedule and I can't postpone it. You gotta be kidding me. What was that? I don't know. I'm very sorry, darling. We'll see each other tomorrow. You always have an appointment. Okay, Cassandra's mad that Joseph has an appointment. Darling, please, just calm down. Metherin. So Cassandra takes Metherin. That's probably interesting. We'll have to go back to that page to find out what Metherin is. I will look up Metherin. Is the only thing that matters to you that I'm on blah blah happy pills all day? Darling, please, it's nothing like that and you know it. So I keep my mouth shut whenever you leave me hanging. Okay, I don't like this Cassandra Watergate. Seems out of it. Joseph, I don't like you by association either. Oh no, I totally understand. Don't you risk losing that very important client of yours now. Cassie, don't be like that. Are we almost done here? I get it. I guess I'm not just an important client anymore. Oh, come on, Cassie. Going home now in case someone on the parlors if there's anytime soon, please. Okay, let's just end the conversation. Thank you. So before, what's next? Go to Reader. We need to go back to the pharmaceutical website. And we need to find out what methorin, I think that's what it is. An antidepressant to help stabilize your emotions. I wonder if her adverse attitude towards the assault is actually worth anything then. Perhaps emotions were high if she's reliant on this medication. Looking at what you've extracted so far, we're dealing with a potentially dangerous personality. Seems that way. I will indicate that to law enforcement. You do that. What other information do we have here? Something under headlines. I haven't been able to find where that is yet. Maybe under the terrorist attack? No. Going back. Actually, was that it? I don't know. But anyway, we'll go to projects. The party. I thought I've been here already. Seems like I have, but I haven't clicked all of the positions. There's gotta be something on this page. People. Robert Blaine. He's our Prime Minister. Arthur Scott Gallagher. He's a seasoned member of the party. We've got Catherine Delacroix. Security. Peter Faulkner. Secretary of Defense. And he created the Parges Peacekeeping Mission. We've already seen this before, I believe. Yes, nothing there. Projects. What about participate? No. I don't know what the relevancy of this one is so far. Maybe they just wanted me to check it out. So now we're on the thoughts are free. If liberty means anything at all, it means the right to tell people what they do not want to hear. George Orwell. Noticing a similarity here. George Orwell? The Thought. Welcome to the Thought blog. Am I really going to have to read through 9 entries on the Thought blog? Okay. Actually, I don't have access, which I'm thankful for. But I can read the most recent one, which is published in September 2016 by Casarthus. This is our Cassandra. She's not very bright. She has her picture plastered all over these news websites. She's trying to remain anonymous. She's doing a poor job. It's cams everywhere, even at the Freedom Plaza. Is it just me or is that more than just a little bit, I don't know, ironic? How's it ironic? You probably all know me as either that blue-haired punk, biatch, stupid, oh my god, she's crude, or anti-governmental terrorist. These are only some of the names I've been called during the criminal investigation against me. That was just because in the middle of the chaos, someone believed to have seen me hurt a police officer. It never even occurred to anybody that it wasn't me. We were there because we wanted a peaceful protest. We have always been against violence. I'll find out what the other information on the conflict is before I decide which one I want. One would assume that in an age where there are cams everywhere, it should be easy to prove whether I was at all involved or not. That's true. But it wasn't. I took weeks of investigative custody to figure out what the cam footage was actually not clearly showing anything at all. Which raises the question, why are there so many cams in the first place? The answer is intimidation only. You can keep calm, quiet, and careful when there are cameras around, or you fear that there are cameras where you cannot see. When founding this blog years ago, Abraham predicted pretty much this for all the web, and now it's in our real lives too. We have been brought to the Freedom Memorial since we were kids at school, where we were told lavish tales about the founders of the nation, told to show national pride, and I know what you're thinking now. The thing is damn ugly. What is that donut even? The Let Freedom Ring? With the statement behind the ridiculous enormous heap of stone should be clear. In the middle of the Capitol, there's a symbol of freedom, comprehensible symbolism for everyone, isn't it? With the cameras there, this is all now plaza of unfreedom, if anything at all. No comments. That's probably the way it should be. Cassandra seems like a very unpleasant, rambling person who has no idea what she's talking about. And I'm going to take this information and I'm going to discard it. Not because it's necessarily untrue, just because I don't like Cassandra. Do that. Good. What's on this thing here? Our thoughts still free. I'm not reading through all this. This has some comments on it. There's some information, but it's not relevant to our case. What do we have to find now? Cassandra's timeline? Anything new here? Finally someone who had the grit and explosives to show futile surveillances. Okay, that's pretty relevant. So even if Cassandra didn't do it, she seemed pretty happy that it happened. I suspected as much. Seems we're looking at the right person. No, Symes. No, Symes. Alright, what we found so far is all good and interesting, but I think we should be searching for something a little more concrete. We have to dig deeper. I don't disagree with you. Looks like we have to go back to the listener. It would have been nice if they actually recorded the conversations instead of having everything text. Get what you get. Okay, we've already read that. That's our timeline. Listener, do we not have a new conversation? We do, with Juliet Carrington. Who this is, we'll find out shortly. Hey Cassie, hi Jules. Cassie, I just want to know, did you blow up the entire world? Post on the timeline about this assault. You really shouldn't write something like that. Juliet seems intelligent. You should not be associating with Cassandra. Just between the two of us. I just had to let off some steam, you know? It's because of what happened, isn't it? Take your meds, Cassandra. Yeah, and lots of other, you know what, they... It's bombing, stir up all this crap again, you know... What I did... Carrington, what happened there wasn't your fault. Man, did these people ramble on or what? Cassie, you hurt that officer to save me, and you succeeded. You mustn't forget about that. That was so brave. How can it not have been my fault, Juliet? I smashed the freaking skull of a father of 2 children because I lost it. Who knows what would have happened if you hadn't stopped him, and this is why you should really remove this post. Feel like an asshole, the worst kind of asshole. I might be free, but not rightly so. I'm not innocent. Oh, Cassie, nobody is innocent. I think this conversation is coming to a close. It is. So now we have to decide whether we want the information where it says, Cassie, you hurt the officer to save me, or I smashed the freaking skull of a father of 2 children. As much as I'd like to condemn Cassandra and get her in jail, just because she seems like a head case, if she saved this girl, and that was her intention, I think we've got to take that information. What? Where did that come from? This is perfect. We can arrest her and open the investigation again. Did I take the wrong one? I don't think so. However, we probably won't be able to hold her for long if we're really happening in defense of this Juliet. Very good work. The intervention team is already on its way. We'll need to wait for confirmation. Next stop, Wonderland, right? Just kidding. Next time be careful of providing the wrong data though, okay? In Miss Watergate's case, it was not a problem to get her address with the help of local police due to her former record. Okay. So she injured a police officer. What's next? A new session. Right after the last one. I thought about what you said. Maybe you're right. I should take down the post. Should have thought better of posting it in the first place. Sandra Watergate, wait a second, somebody's at the door. BRB. She's not coming back, Juliet. She's not coming back. It's the coppers. By the way, how's your boyfriend? Still together? You haven't been talking about him lately. Boyfriend, can I take this? No? Guess not. Okay. Hello, are you still there? She's not there. She's currently being arrested. I'll inquire if all went well with arresting Miss Watergate. You did a good job in any case. Thanks, Coach. Although we have no proof she is involved in the bombing, we might be able to question her. Despite acting in defense of this Juliet, she seems to be quite unstable and a threat. Okay, I just received confirmation that she's now in custody. Very good work indeed. I'm curious about this thought group though. Whether they... Oh god. No, no, no. Take a look at the news. 2 dead after second explosion. Okay. Guess we'll look at the main headlines here. Breaking news, 2 dead after second explosion. Explosion at Seligan University campus kills 2 students. Is there a connection to yesterday's assault? Most likely is the proper guess here. That is horrible. 2 dead, similar approach, same matter found, so 3 assaults are connected. And as if that wasn't enough already, Miss Wallergate was in custody at the time, so that's her out of the picture, at least for this attack. Not necessarily Symes, because she could have people working with her. They could have planned this in advance. You gotta consider everything, Symes. This complicates matters massively. So much for our simple test case. I need to speak to my superiors, see how we are to proceed given these extenuating circumstances. You did good today. You can log off and get some rest by clicking the button on the top right of the desktop. Try and get some sleep. I have that feeling the next few days are going to be trying at best. Okay, I think that's everything for episode 1. Are you sure you want to finish your work for today? All unprocessed data chunks will expire. Sure, let's do that. What's going on here? Based on the data you submitted, we have learned the following. Yep, all that seems accurate. And this is episode 2. For those wondering, I mentioned it briefly in the intro, but Orwell is a 5-parter. There are 5 episodes. That was the first one. So there will be 4 more just like that. You can buy the game on October 27th if you are interested in creating your own storyline and seeing how this plays out. The game seemed alright to me. It's really text-based. I expected it was going to be there was going to be a lot more audio involved and maybe some cutscenes and things of that nature, but it's pretty much all text. It's okay. It was somewhat interesting. I felt like the conversations between the characters were a little bit much. They rambled on too much, just like I'm doing right now. So with that, I think I'm going to end the video here, and we'll see if I buy Orwell myself and continue on with this series. If not, either way, I hope you enjoyed this look at of the new game Orwell. If you did, please give a like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.